You should learn assembly or be left behind. Let's talk about it. Now you might say, Christian, you're my favorite 34-year-old boomer, but you just told me like a couple of weeks ago that I need to learn C or be left behind. Now I need to learn assembly too? Hear me out. A lot of software has had a built-in assumption, which is that hardware is only ever going to get faster. You know, when they introduced a garbage collection in programming languages, that was the idea. The idea was that computers are going to be so fast in 10 to 20 years, the garbage collection will be an insignificant overhead. And so we're going to introduce it now. We're going to make our lives easier now. We're going to introduce all this abstraction, and it's fine, it's debt, but we're going to be so rich in 20 years that it won't matter. It's going to make up for it. And now here we are, it's 2026, the year of our Lord, or something, and garbage collection is still a problem. It's still a significant overhead in software. Even though hardware has gotten way faster than it was in the 70s, let's say, when they had CPUs like the 6502, it's still nowhere near as fast as what they thought it would be. Now, not only is it nowhere near as fast, but we're actually slowing down. The most recent massive leap in processing and computing, you could say with the M chips with Apple. You had the M1 that was significantly faster than the i9s that they were using before. And then the M2 came out, and it was faster, but not that much faster. And then the M3, and you're now at a point where, when they compare the M series chips, they're actually comparing them with multiple previous generations. Like when they compare the A5, they said it's like twice as fast as the previous generation, but there was an asterisk, and it was actually, they were comparing it to the M2 or something. So we're reaching a point, it would appear that we're reaching a point where all these advancements in hardware are slowing down, because there is, of course, a physical limit to how small you can make things. It's very hot in France right now. It's a bit of a heat wave going on. And so if hardware slows down, which it looks like it's gonna do, we're gonna have a problem, because the need for compute, it would appear, is only gonna go up. And if the cost of hardware keeps going up, and if the cost of energy keeps going up, if there's some sort of war, if there's anything like that, it will cause a shortage in these things. It will cause the cost of energy to go up. There's all the AI companies buying up hardware right now, and that's increasing the cost as well. If this keeps happening, the only way left to optimize would be big-brained engineers. They would have to reluctantly spend a fraction of what they spend on hardware and AI. They would have to spend it on good engineers, reluctantly. Oh God, we got to pay people again? Because that will be the last thing that you can do to introduce efficiency. All this abstraction, it's like a pimple. All this expensive abstraction, all this decadent abstraction that we've been doing for decades is going to come back to bite them. And humans will be the last thing that they can use to optimize these machines. And so it is my suspicion, I don't know this for a fact, of course, there are too many factors at play, too many things could happen that could change things, but given the current trajectory, even if there isn't a war at some point, given the trajectory of the cost of hardware, given the slowing down of improvements in hardware, and given the fact that the need for compute will only go up, the only logical conclusion is that cracked engineers will be needed. Which is why I would recommend that you familiarize yourself with low-level stuff. I personally just happen to really like it. Right now I'm learning C, I'm learning assembly, I'm learning about, right now I'm doing a course where I'm learning about the 6502 CPUs, specifically the 6507, which was using the Atari 2600. Someone actually recommended this course to me in the comments, and I checked it out. It looks really good, so I actually bought it. I'm not recommending it yet because I haven't finished it. So far, it's looking really good, but once I finish it, I might recommend it, or I might not. We'll see. But so far, it's looking really good. But I think that you should learn assembly, not just because, one, it's really fun. At least I think it is. It scratches a part of my mind that nothing else quite can. Seeing assembly mnemonics, seeing hexadecimal, seeing binary on screen, especially if you have a really based font. It harkens back to a time where programmers were real programmers and not key sheeters. And if things go the way that I suspect they might do, if there will be shortages in terms of physical hardware, if the cost will go up, if the need for compute will keep going up, all this expensive decadent abstraction that we've been doing for decades will all of a sudden become a problem. When you have ever increasingly faster computers that are getting cheaper and cheaper, it makes sense to have React. Engineers are very expensive. Good engineers are very expensive as well. And you could build abstraction on top of abstraction. And the next thing you know, you have something useful that you can use to build useful things. And it doesn't take as much time. And you can use those engineers in a more efficient way. And you can offload the cost of the computing to the hardware industry. But if these things slow down, if there is a war, hopefully not, but if there is a war, if there are some sort of shortage, if there's shortages of some kind for any reason, and the need for compute increases, all this abstraction will prove to be far too rich for our blood. And we might just have to return to simpler times where men were men and programmers did not stuff their faces with quiche. Anyway, the name is Abstraction Machine.